Hi everybody, I am Krishnan Ballab Chaudhary, currently pursuing a bachelor's in social work from Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Tuljapur. I'll take up strategies to clear TISBAT. First and foremost thing that you should consider while appearing for a TISBAT paper is that this is a social science institute and whatever they are going to ask will be centered around social sciences and humanities issues. For example, if they are asking an essay, they'll be centered around women's issues or some international justice issues or caste related problems, and that will not analyze your managerial skills or analytical abilities or even mathematical skills. So now I'll take one by one all the topics that come in the TISBAT paper. So I'll divide the paper into three parts. First I'll talk about English, then I'll go towards general awareness, and finally I will talk about mathematics and reasoning abilities in combined fashion. So let's take English first. English will form a major part of this question paper. Not just in first section where they'll ask reading comprehension and grammar questions, but also in second section where they'll ask two questions each in the form of essays which will carry 20 marks each. So to start with English, I would suggest that start following some good blogs and newspapers. For likes, the Hindu and the Financial Express in newspaper, and Your Story and Youth Ki Awaaz in blogs. This will also help you in current affairs section. Also, if you are in a habit of reading stories and novels, that will give you added advantage in terms of doing reading comprehension questions faster. And even if you are not in a habit of reading, I think you should start working on them, because when you start reading, you also get familiar with contextual meanings. So if some reading comprehension question asks you to find meaning of certain words from paragraphs, you'd be able to do it better. Next section is general awareness section. For static GK part, you can refer to Lucent's general book. Or in last one, to summarize what you have learned, you can refer to Manorma's yearbook. But you must remember while studying from these generalized books that you will have to focus on what will come in the test examination. So more important will be India and its context in static GK part. For example, the arts and musics will be centered around folk musics of different states, while wildlife and nature section will be centered around wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. To give example of some folk musics, Kathak is from Uttar Pradesh and Bharatanatyam is for Tamil Nadu. Similarly, to give examples of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks, Corbett National Park is from Uttarakhand and Tadoba Tiger Reserve is in Maharashtra, while Bandipur Tiger Reserve is in Karnataka. So you can focus on India's context more importantly, and you can go through their folk tales, folk musics, folk dance forms and tribal dance forms. For wildlife, you can refer to the sanctuaries and national parks. But most importantly, if you are starting late, I would suggest focus only on current affairs sections. Even if it seems very difficult to focus upon, they'll serve you better. Because if you start current affairs now, you can do that, but static GK part becomes a very lengthy topic to cover. So for example, if you are starting now, you can start studying daily newspapers, and if you are getting a sort of time, you can directly attempt as many mocks as possible, because remembering question and answer directly from mocks will help you retain that answers while doing the questions directly in the exam as well. Next is maths and reasoning. For maths and reasoning, the only thing that I can suggest is to practice a lot. If you are comfortable with maths up to 10th standard, then it will not bother you at all. Even if you think that you are not good at it, I'll say first start believing in yourself that mathematics questions will not be very hard. So even if you can do up to 10th, that will serve you at best. So after that, try understanding the major concepts of average, time and distance, profit loss and ratio proportion variation, simple interest and compound interest. These topics will make sure you have enough in your armor to sail through the mathematics section in the examination. Again, for reasoning section, I will say practice as much to give some helpful books. I would suggest R.S. Agarwal can be very helpful. For mathematics section, you can go through the quantitative aptitude, while for reasoning abilities, you can go through verbal and non-verbal abilities. But when you go through these books, because they are very general in nature, you should consider in mind that you will have to have your focus. You should not deviate from what will be asked in the TESBAT examination. Finally, the most important suggestion, that try and attempt as many mocks as you can. Even if you don't get direct mock on TESBAT, you can go for mocks of similar kind of tests, for example CLAT or IPMAT. They are most essential in getting you exposed to the real-time test situations. So while we were doing webinar, we got questions asking where to find materials if they are not able to find R.S. Agarwal or other books suggested by us, then what to do. I would suggest that those books suggested are just to help you guide through what kind of questions can come. So you can even find materials on the internet. They are abundantly available over there. So any material that is available on internet similar to that level are very helpful, and you can go for that. You can try and attempt questions from Jagran Josh for current affairs, for example, and etc. Very importantly, to suggest a book on vocabulary, because that was also asked while we were doing webinar. So one book that was suggested by Ashish was Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. So you can go for that and try some vocabulary.com. That is also very helpful, one site as suggested by Aditi. So finally guys, for last section, for essays, as I had suggested earlier as well, that you should focus more on reading part, because as much as you read, you will get more and more perspectives, more and more materials to write on. So as you get familiar with the humanities and social issues, you'll get through the second paper easily as well. So one thing that you should consider while attempting the second paper is that you'll not be able to finish the whole question on the given parameters, because they ask for around 500 words in each essays. That is not possible to write within 30 minutes time. So you will have to reduce some 50 to 75 or maybe 100 words in each of the essay to write both the essays properly. So don't worry and don't panic while writing your essay that I had got very limited time, maybe others would have written it well, I'm not able to write. Just go through it, just do your best. You can easily crack through it. Thank you guys.